Good evening, everyone. Time is 7 o'clock, so let's start today's workshop. At the outset, I welcome all of you for this 2 days workshop on questionnaire preparation, validity, and sensitivity. We have with us Dr. Monika ma'am, and it's my privilege to briefly introduce ma'am to all of you.
Good evening, sir, and everyone.
Good evening, ma'am. Just I'll briefly introduce ma'am to you,
Right.
then you can take over.
Okay.
So we have with us Dr. Monika Gupta ma'am, who is presently working as an associate professor, marketing and general management in Chitkara University. He has been teaching marketing management, strategic management, retail management, and consumer behavior since 2007. Ma'am has more than 15 years of experience representing academia and corporate. She also has one patent granted and filed two patents. Two more are in the process. Ma'am has published several papers in top indexed journals, and it goes on. Thank you, ma'am, for your time being with all of us for today and tomorrow. I request you to kindly please take over the session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. So let us start today's session. As I have already shared the topic and sir has already shared the topic with all of you. And we will confine our discussion today on designing effective questionnaire for research, ensuring sensitivity, reliability, and validity. And it will go for 2 days. And I hope after the completion of today's session, all of you will be in a position to design the questionnaire independently and with confidence. So I have designed today's session keeping in view the scholars who are coming across such terms for the first time. So I mean to say I am focusing on very, very basic aspects. But in case you have more queries, you can put up in the chat box and we can discuss tomorrow also. Right? So let us start with the basics as per the outline of the session given already in the Google
Good
form.
evening, ma'am.
Yes.
Before you start, I would like to add one thing.
Yes.
We are from Oman. Okay, so we have certain students here who have
Right.
joined here, who are doing their graduation project one now, who are
Okay.
going to, like in another few couple of weeks, they are going to have like a framing of the questionnaire.
Right.
So we are from Utah Shinas, Sultanate of Oman. So
That's
our
wonderful.
faculties and myself and my students also have joined here. So just I
Thank you
wanted to
so much.
update you about this, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's my pleasure. I hope I told the scholars in the last session also that in our university we have the facility for semester exchange program, and I had delivered sessions to the students of from Spain, that is Mondragon University. 32 students with 2 faculty members came here, and we had wonderful sessions. So it's my pleasure, ma'am. Now I am getting opportunity to be with you and your students. So in case they find anything difficult, please type in the chat window. And in case they have more queries, we can discuss tomorrow. You just tell me by chat window or by WhatsApp group.
Sure, ma'am. Sure. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
ma'am.
so much.
Thank you.
So it's my pleasure, and it will now add on more to what I have initially started with, since students are pursuing, I hope, graduation, ma'am mentioned. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Graduation,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So we will go with very, very basic concepts as I have told in the beginning. So let us start. In case they find anything difficult or any word they find difficult to understand, let me know. I'll type in the chat window. Though I
Sure,
have
ma'am.
written, I have put
Yes, ma'am.
everything on slides, but still, if you want more clarity, I am there. Thank you so much. So,
Sure, ma'am.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So first of all, to begin with, I'll give you the outline of the entire 2 days, what we are going to cover in these 2 days. But in case you want further clarity, you can always ask. So as per the content shared earlier, today we will confine our discussion on introduction to questionnaire design. We will cover up in 3 parts: overview of questionnaire used in research, wherein we will discuss importance in data collection and types of questionnaires. Then second part will comprise of objectives of a good questionnaire, where we will discuss about gathering reliable, valid and sensitive information and reducing respondent burden and avoiding bias. And third, workshop goals, wherein we will discuss about understanding of key concepts like reliability, validity and sensitivity, and learning practical steps to create a well-designed questionnaire. Ma'am, just Shazia ma'am, one thing, am I clear to them? Are they able to understand what I'm speaking? Shazia ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear to them? Are they able to understand me what I'm speaking?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
They are
They
very,
can.
very
If they
well
have
versed
any
with English
doubts, they will
language?
raise. Yes. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay.
Yes, they can able to
Thank
understand.
you so much.
Thank you so
Okay,
much. Thank you.
welcome. So then this will be followed by a discussion on principles of questionnaire design, where we will confine our discussion on understanding the research problem, question types, constructing effective questions, and question order and flow. And I have also mentioned subtopics. Then we will discuss about ensuring reliability in questionnaire, wherein we will focus on what is reliability, techniques to enhance reliability, and using Cronbach's alpha for internal consistency. And then ensuring validity in questionnaires, where we will discuss what is validity, content validity, construct validity, and criteria validity. Criterion validity, singular. And we will confine our discussion till topic 4 today. Topic 5 onwards, we will take up tomorrow. And it will begin with sensitivity in questionnaires, wherein we will discuss about what is or how to define sensitivity, what is the meaning of it, ensuring sensitivity, and handling sensitive topics. This will be followed by discussion on pilot testing and refining the questionnaire, then wherein we will discuss about importance of pilot testing, how to conduct a pilot test, and cognitive interviewing. And at last, at the end, we will discuss about ethical considerations in questionnaire design. I hope you all realize its importance these days, wherein we will confine our discussion on informed consent, anonymity and confidentiality, and handling sensitive data. So let us start for day 1. So as I have already given you the overview of introduction to questionnaire design. Yes. So in research, as we all know, questionnaires play a vital role in gathering structured, quantifiable data. They are especially useful for measuring behaviors, attitudes, and perceptions in the fields such as consumer behavior. So today we will focus on 2 types of questionnaires. One is self-administered, where participants fill out forms independently, offering privacy and minimal bias. And the second type is interviewer administered, which allows researchers to clarify responses then only, but it may introduce interviewer bias. So you see, both the methods have their pros and cons. I'll repeat, in self-administered, participants fill out the forms independently, offering privacy and minimal bias, whereas in interviewer administered, researchers can clarify responses but may introduce interviewer bias. The primary goals of a well-designed questionnaire are to ensure data sensitivity, reliability, and validity. In simple terms, or in one word, how we can, or in one sentence, how we can define these 3 words. So these are related to data. Reliable data is consistent. it has to be consistent, and how and what are different types that we will discuss in forthcoming session. Then valid data measures what we intend to measure. No doubt there can be consistency, but are we able to actually measure what we intended to measure or not? That is related to the concept of validity, the second part. And the third is sensitivity. That ensures respondents are comfortable answering the questions. So we have to take into consideration the target audience, the respondents from where we are seeking responses. So their comfort level also matters while answering. So balancing these elements reduces respondent burden, keeping them engaged and yielding better responses. Now I'll explain the concept further with the help of a small caselet. A study on consumer brand loyalty used a self-administered questionnaire to capture honest responses on brand satisfaction. By ensuring anonymity, the study reduced social desirability bias, yielding reliable data on loyalty factors. So the question arises, why might a self-administered questionnaire reduce bias? Yes, please. Anyone who is willing to respond? You need to be participative whenever I ask. We have a caselet and then we have small MCQs also after every topic. Yes, please. Why might a self-administered questionnaire reduce bias? Anyone? Okay. Anonymity minimizes social desirability bias. Second is, what are the primary objectives of a questionnaire? Anyone? Primary objectives of a questionnaire. We need to be very clear. We need to be participative. Yes? Please respond, all of you. Okay. The purpose is to gather reliable, valid, and unbiased data. Now, right. Very right, sir. Manoj, sir. I really appreciate very appropriate and to the point answer. Manoj Ghosh, sir. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, please let us revise whatever you have learned. Let us revise in the class itself and everything to be on tips. Yes, sir. Krishna, sir. Please tell me. Okay. Very right. Manoj, sir, you are right. Okay. Which questionnaire type reduces social desirability bias? Manoj, sir, has very rightly responded. Anyone else? Is it interviewer administered or self-administered? This is B, that is self-administered. Now, a key objective of a questionnaire design is increase survey complexity or reducing respondent burden. Which one? Okay, Manoj sir is very right again. Others also please respond. Okay, Murlidhar sir, Jyoti Prakash sir, very right. It is B, reducing respondent burden. All of you must be ready with your pen and paper or laptops because we have some activity for you after every topic. Okay, so see, this is the first activity of the day. Draft a self-administered question on brand perception using Google Forms. Can you do it or should I explain the steps? Draft a self-administered question on brand perception using Google Forms. I hope we all know how to use Google Forms. Should I explain the steps? Okay. So, the first step is to define brand perception objective. So, I'll be more than happy if you can perform these activities when you are asked to do so, because practice will make you understand concepts better. So define brand perception objective. So start by identifying the specific aspect of brand perception to be measured. In this case, the focus is on customer perception of brand quality, whether customers view the brand positively in terms of quality. Then we need to formulate a clear question. That is, we need to write a straightforward question that captures the essence of brand perception without any ambiguity. For example, the question can be, how would you rate the quality of our brand compared to others you use? Now, third step will be, we need to choose a response scale. So we need to select a scale that allows respondents to indicate their perception accurately. A 5-point Likert scale is suitable here in this case, and we can have the pointers as much lower quality, same quality, higher quality, or much higher quality. I hope first 3 steps are clear to everyone. Okay. And this will be followed by, thank you, sir, Manoj sir, setup in Google form. So you need to open Google form and you need to create a new form. Then you need to click on the question field and type the question. So first draft your question, draft your options, and then you can go for Google form. So choose multiple choice or linear scale as the question type. If you want, I can show the Google Forms in my PC, and if you can do it, it's fine. Enter the answer choices to match the 5-point scale provided above, and then set the question as required to ensure respondents provide an answer. Or any one of you can share the screen and show me how you are creating the Google form, how you are following these steps one by one. And after this, you can type the question, how would you rate the quality of our brand compared to others you use? And you can put up the scale. So this self-administered question and response format provides a straightforward capturing the respondents' comparative view of brand quality. Using Google Forms allows respondents to answer anonymously and honestly, making it easier to collect unbiased data. I hope we all know that we get the responses in the form of a Google Sheet, and we can utilize it for various purposes. So is part 1 clear for today's session? Any query to anyone? Are you able to understand? Okay. Okay, only one person is responding. What about others? Everyone, please respond. Yes, sir, please. Khalid, sir, you have raised the hand. Please tell me. Okay. So the second part, let us move on to the second part, principles of questionnaire design. So first part will begin with understanding the research problem. Understanding the research problem is foundational to designing effective questionnaires. Start by defining research objectives, what you aim to measure and why. Next, identify your key variables. Please listen carefully, though it is written on the slides also, but still focus on what I am speaking or I am trying to explain. So understanding the research problem is foundational to designing effective questionnaires. Start by defining research objectives, what you aim to measure and why. Next, identify your key variables, that is dependent variables, which are the main outcomes, such as consumer satisfaction. I'm giving you one example, you can add more. Okay. Then independent variables could include factors like age or income. And third is control variables, which are constants like product type. In consumer behavior, understanding how these variables interact helps construct questions that accurately capture relationships. For example, if studying brand loyalty, questions should align with factors like satisfaction, quality, and perceived value, directly connecting to research objectives. Now let us explore it further with the help of a caselet. A study on customer satisfaction identified income and purchase frequency as independent variables affecting satisfaction. Questions aligned closely with these factors, producing insights into the impact of income on loyalty. So the question is, why is variable identification critical in questionnaire design? Anyone? Why we need to identify different types of variables, as I have mentioned, dependent variables, independent variables, and control variables. Anyone who would like to answer? Please be participative. Okay. If I don't know what is variable, I won't know what to measure. Variable is the value of which varies, like income. Okay, very right, sir. To frame questions, variable is derived from the word vary, vary, means the value of which varies, like income. I hope now you can understand and answer. Okay, to probe the nature of relationship, right? So basically, I appreciate both of you who responded well. It guides the structure and focus of questions. Second, how can research objectives influence question content? Anyone? How can research objectives influence question content? Yes, please. They ensure each question is relevant to the research goals. So, dependent variables are, okay, research questions provide framework for questions. Okay. Dependent variables are factors that remain constant or outcomes being measured. Anyone? Questionnaire to be able to capture the measurement that I need. Okay. 1B. Very right, sir. Murlidhar, sir. Jyoti Prakash, sir. Yeah, it is B. That is outcomes being measured. Very right, Manoj Ghosh, sir. Harin Lakshmi Lohit. Very right. I apologize in case I'm not able to pronounce rightly. Fatma Rashid, very right. It's B. Okay. So this is what I want. Please be active in responding when you are asked to do so. Okay. Research objectives help to determine question relevance or increase sample size. Anyone? Okay. I have received two different replies. Ghosh sir is saying B and others are saying A. Okay, Ghosh sir is now saying A. Okay, so I'll go with majority. Determine question relevance, that is A. So now I'm gaining the confidence. Now you have started understanding the concepts, right? Now, second activity for all of you, identify dependent and independent variables for a brand loyalty survey. Identify dependent and independent variables for a brand loyalty survey. Anyone who can tell me, if we are conducting a survey on brand loyalty, what can be the IVs, that is independent variables, or DVs, that is dependent variables? Just try. It's not that I'll give you the activity and I'll not discuss. I'll discuss it. Yes. Dependent variable, brand loyalty. Okay. Others, please give a try. The more you participate, the more you will learn and retain. Okay, I'll show. So the first step is to define the research objective. Okay, IVs are quality. Very right, sir. Ghosh, sir. Very right. So define the research objective, that is, okay, repeat purchase, brand loyalty is DV, and repeat purchase is IV. And Rashid ji, it is independent is brand satisfaction. Right. So now we are able to understand the things. Now let us check our answers. So the first step again starts with defining of the research objectives. We need to establish the goal, such as identifying factors affecting brand loyalty. Then we need to identify DVs, that is dependent variables. The DV in this case is brand loyalty, as Ghosh sir has mentioned rightly, the primary outcome that the survey aims to measure. Now, what is the relation? Yes, IV is customer satisfaction. Surekha Chahal ma'am. Right. Now, let us see. Identify potential IVs. What can be the potential independent variables? Yes, you have mentioned product quality. That is how customers perceive the product quality. Second can be customer satisfaction. That is level of satisfaction with previous purchases. Third can be customer service. That is quality and accessibility of customer support. Fourth could be price perception. That is how customers view the product's price relative to quality. And another can be brand image. That is customers' overall impression of the brand. So I hope all the answers we have received are correct and fall in this response sheet. So now let us summarize. DV is brand loyalty. IVs are product quality, customer satisfaction, customer service, price perception, and brand image. So by identifying dependent and independent variables, researchers can structure questions around how each independent variable affects the dependent variable. For example, questions about customer satisfaction might indicate whether it significantly influences brand loyalty. If there is a change in customer satisfaction, it means the value is variable, and will it influence the brand loyalty of that customer towards a particular brand under consideration or not? So change in IV will affect the DV or not, and that is the basic concept. IV and DV. DV is obviously affected by change in IV. Now, the second part is question types. So, choosing question types is essential for effective questionnaire design. Closed-ended questions offer structured responses, ideal for quantitative data analysis, while open-ended questions allow respondents to share detailed insights. Each type serves a unique purpose in consumer behavior. Scale enhancement measures. Scales enhance measurement accuracy. The Likert scale gauges agreement intensity. The semantic differential scale contrasts attitudes, for example, from unfavorable to favorable, the two ends. And the Gutman scale measures hierarchical agreement. For example, a Likert scale question like, I am loyal to this brand on a scale of 1, that is strongly disagree, to 5, that is strongly agree, offers clear data on loyalty intensity. To explore this concept further, let us take an example. A study on brand perception used a Likert scale to quantify consumer attitude towards quality, allowing researchers to identify key drivers of brand loyalty. Now the question is, why are closed-ended questions valuable in quantitative studies? Why are closed-ended questions valuable in quantitative studies? Yes. Example of closed-ended can be yes, no. Okay, to get more responses, then we need to go for open-ended to get more responses. Closed-ended questions are valuable in quantitative studies as these provide structured data for analysis. Yes, easier to get statistical inferences. Very right, Aminu Thomas ji. Okay. Then how do scales enhance questionnaire precision? How do scales enhance questionnaire precision? Because these are able to quantify attitudes and responses accurately. Because we have to apply statistics at the end and we have to quantify. So how to quantify attitudes? So the scales will enhance questionnaire precision. Whatever we are discussing today, okay, by demarcating the expected responses precisely. Okay. Whatever we have been doing today, when we will club and we will analyze it further, we will be ready with questionnaire by tomorrow. So start doing it with me today itself, side by side. And the more you practice, the more you will learn. Now, test your knowledge. Likert scales measure hierarchical agreement or agreement intensity. Which one? Okay. One response is B. Others? A. Okay. Again, two different. Again, B. Anyone else? B. Okay. So yes, it is B. That is agreement intensity. Open-ended questions are best for quantitative data or in-depth qualitative insights. Yes, again B, in-depth qualitative insights. Now, activity. Design a Likert scale question on consumer satisfaction. Design a Likert scale question on consumer satisfaction. Please, how will you do it? What will be the first step? Yes, please. Okay. First, we will select the attribute to measure. That is, we will choose a specific aspect of customer or consumer satisfaction, such as overall product satisfaction. Then we will create the statement. That is, we will write a clear statement related to that particular attribute, like, I am satisfied with the quality of this product. Then we can choose the scale and we can decide on 5-point Likert scale, like, which is varying from strongly disagree to strongly agree. This coding we are aware of, that we have coded strongly disagree as 1 and agree as 5. Strongly agree as 5, and in between we have 3 more parameters. Now we are ready with example statement with scale. I am satisfied with the quality of this product, and the respondents need to respond on a 5-point scale. So this Likert scale question allows respondents to express the degree of their satisfaction, providing quantitative data that can be analyzed to assess overall consumer satisfaction. Then constructing effective questions, and the first part goes on clarity and simplicity. What does it mean? It has another part also. So clear, simple, and unbiased questions improve response quality. Ambiguity and complexity can confuse respondents, affecting data reliability. Clear wording is vital. Avoid jargon and complex phrases. Simplicity means using concise language and focusing on one idea per question. In consumer behavior, leading questions can skew responses. For example, rather than asking, "Don't you agree our product is excellent?" a neutral phrasing like, "How would you rate our product?" encourages unbiased responses. Second, avoid double barreled questions that ask two things simultaneously, such as, "How satisfied are you with our service and price?" Each element should be measured separately. Because ultimately we have, if we have been using SPSS, we have the arrangement like rows and columns, and in rows we mention the respondents, and in columns we mention the attributes. So how will you use this if we have a question like where we are asking double barrel question? As I have mentioned, how satisfied are you with our service and price? So in one column, the response, whether it is related to service or price. So you are converting bivariate to univariate. So it's better you take two elements separately and then ask for the responses. Then you will get more clarity. Okay. Okay. So a consumer perception survey improved clarity by simplifying language, leading to higher completion rates and more reliable data on product preferences. So, why is clear wording essential in questionnaires? Why is clear wording essential in questionnaires? Anyone? To get a valid or reliable response from the respondents, right? Go, sir. Anyone else? Yes, it provides misunderstandings, it prevents misunderstandings, and ensures accurate responses. Second, what issues arise with double barreled questions? What issues arise with double barreled questions? Basically, yes, confusion. Very right, Lohit sir. Very right, confusion. They make it unclear which aspect the respondent is addressing. As I have taken two variables in the previous question, but how will I get to know which variable the respondent is responding to? So we should not frame questions in a manner that these lead to confusion. So we must be very, very clear. Now, ambiguous questions improve data accuracy or confuse the respondents. Okay, very right. It is B, confuse respondents. So in case we find respondent is confused during pilot testing, it's not necessary that respondent is like this. We need to analyze the questionnaire. Have we used any double barrel question that made put the respondent in the state of confusion? So we need to introspect. Leading questions. Encourage unbiased answers or influence the responses? Yes. Yes, it is influence responses. Now, another assignment or activity. Rewrite a biased question to be neutral and clear. I have given you one question. Example, you can write more. Rewrite a biased question to be neutral and clear. Anyone? Any example that is coming to your mind? I have already shared one. Okay. Again, the step one will be identify the biased question. For instance, a biased question might read, don't you agree that our product is the best on the market? Why it is biased? Because we are already emphasizing on the response we are looking for. It should not be there. So we need to remove leading language. So we need to rewrite the question to remove the bias and lead. We need to use neutral phrasing that doesn't imply an expected answer. So we can rephrase the question. How would you rate our product compared to others in the market? I hope I am clear now. Rather than asking, don't you agree that our product is the best on the market? You should reframe it as, how would you rate our product compared to others in the market? Okay. Then, example, we have already discussed this. So, the revised question eliminates any leading language, allowing respondents to provide and a more honest evaluation of the product. I'll repeat. The revised question eliminates any leading language, allowing respondents to provide a more honest evaluation of the product. Now, second part of constructing effective questions is related to language and tone considerations. So language and tone are crucial in questionnaire design. To ensure clarity and inclusivity, questions must be crafted in the language appropriate for respondents' literacy and cultural context. For instance, in a consumer behavior survey targeting general consumers, avoid technical jargon and complex terminology. Neutral tone prevents bias. Phrasing questions without emotionally charged or suggestive words is essential to avoid influencing responses. Cultural sensitivity is also the key, ensuring that the language respects diverse backgrounds and avoids culturally specific references that might confuse or alienate some respondents. A question like, how does our product enhance your life, should instead be neutral. So how we can reframe it? Anyone? Yes, you should prepare the questionnaires in bilingually. Like first you write a question in English and then below it you can write in the local language. Same is the case with responses. You can use either bilingual or you can make two separate questionnaires, one in national or international language and another in local language. Yes, you can do that. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So cultural sensitivity is also the key, because we have, as I mentioned, is to take into consideration the target audience. Suppose I am conducting a survey on some agri products where I need to take responses from persons living in rural areas or maybe the farmers who are not much educated. So, and they are not aware of English or Hindi. So what should I do? Definitely, I need to converse with them in local language. We have to take into consideration the target audience. And as I mentioned in the beginning, sensitivity means we should make the respondents feel comfortable while responding. Otherwise, our responses will suffer from biasness and we will end up suggesting unrealistic strategies, because entire suggestions, recommendation strategy, then suggestions to policy formulation, all will depend on the primary data that we have collected. So we have to be very particular while collecting primary data. And for this, we need to make respondents comfortable. We need to take into consideration their comfort zone. Thank you. So cultural sensitivity is also the key. Yes, I was asking, how does our product enhance your life? Can you make it as a neutral question? Anyone? How does our product enhance your life? How can we convert it to a neutral question? We can ask, how would you rate the usefulness of our product? How would you rate the usefulness of our product? So see here, a study examining global brand perceptions revised its questionnaire for cultural appropriateness using neutral, clear language across multiple languages to ensure comparability in responses. Why is neutral language important in a questionnaire? Anyone? Why is neutral language important in a questionnaire? Anyone? Because it prevents leading responses and biases. How can cultural insensitivity affect questionnaire responses? How can cultural insensitivity affect questionnaire responses? It can alienate respondents and reduce data reliability. So, neutral tone helps to influence responses positively or reduce response bias. Neutral tone. Okay. Okay. Yes, you are right, both of you. Yes, Kosar also. It reduces response bias. It is B. Culturally insensitive questions increase response accuracy or may confuse or offend responses. Yes. Again, right. It is may confuse or offend respondents. Yes, it is P. Now, another activity for you. No one, I think, is doing the activity side by side. Okay, if you want, I'll share the screen at the end and I'll show you how to make Google Forms. If you know, you can share the screen at the end and then you can explain. It is up to you how you do it. Rewrite a question to improve its cultural sensitivity and neutrality. Anyone would like to share any example? Okay. So first thing is we need to identify culturally insensitive wording. Original question is, how often do you celebrate Christmas with family gatherings? We need to adjust to generalize for all cultures. So for this, we need to avoid assumptions about specific cultural practices. We need to reframe the question to apply to all participants. So the rephrased question can be, how often do you participate in family gatherings for special occasions? I hope I am clear. We are moving from culturally specific to a generalized question for all the cultures. Rather than asking, how often do you celebrate Christmas with family gatherings? You can ask, how often do you participate in family gatherings for special occasions? For yes, example I have already mentioned. Yes. So the revised question respects cultural diversity. In case your respondents have cultural diversity, we need to take into consideration this aspect. And allowing people of different backgrounds to answer without cultural bias. Then question order and flow. What should be the order of the questions in the questionnaire? The order and flow of questions are as crucial as the questions themselves. Logical sequencing helps respondents navigate through the questionnaire naturally, preventing confusion or survey fatigue. So we need to start with broader questions to build comfort and then funnel down to more specific ones. a structure known as the funnel structure. For example, in a consumer survey, start with the question like, how often do you buy skincare products? And then follow with specific product related questions. Transition statements provide context, helping guide respondents between different question sections. Balancing between general and specific questions keep respondents engaged without overwhelming them, enhancing response quality. A brand loyalty study structured questions in a logical sequence, starting from broad consumer habits to specific brand related questions. This flow improved response rates by minimizing confusion and encouraging survey completion. So, how does a logical flow benefit questionnaire responses? How does a logical flow benefit questionnaire responses? Anyone? It facilitates easy chain of thought and response. Very right. Anyone else? Yeah, it makes the survey easier to navigate and thus improve its response rates. Why is it important to start with general questions? Why is it important to start with general questions? Because general questions build comfort before more specific inquiries. So a funnel structure starts with specific questions or general questions? Funnel structure. Yes, please. Okay, right. It is general questions. Transition statements help maintain questionnaire flow or reduce question count. Right, right. It is to maintain questionnaire flow. Because when we ask, if we put ourselves in place of respondents, then we can understand how comfortable we are with the sequence of the questions we are going to answer in case we are a respondent. We ourselves know that my questionnaire comprises, say, I have 5 objectives and 4 questions for each objective. So there are 20 questions. I myself know which question is for which objective as a researcher. But while asking, we need to use funnel approach so that respondents feel comfortable asking the questions. If you start with funnel approach, first you are able to bring them into the comfort zone of responding, and then you can move from being general to being specific. So arrange a set of questions into a logical sequence. Arrange a set of questions into a logical sequence. Can you do this activity? So identify general questions. Start with general questions about product usage. For example, how often do you purchase skincare products? So move to specific questions. Follow with detailed questions about satisfaction, product quality, and brand trust. For example, the sequence could be, how often do you purchase skincare products? Followed by, how satisfied are you with the results of this product? Then another question can be, how likely are you to recommend this brand to others? So this funnel approach starts with broader questions to ease respondents into the survey, moving towards specific and reflective questions for richer data. Now we can move on to the next concept, that is ensuring reliability in questionnaires. So reliability, as we have discussed, is a measure of consistency in a questionnaire. And we have different types such as test, retest, internal consistency, and inter-rater reliability. Test, retest reliability checks if the questionnaire produces similar results over time. suitable for stable traits like brand loyalty. So we can use a questionnaire, and after some time gap, we can use it again and we compare the difference. If there is consistency, we can go further. Then internal consistency examines if related questions measure the same construct, commonly assessed using Cronbach alpha. So you can make use of SPSS to calculate Cronbach alpha. If you know the command, it's okay. Otherwise, I'll explain. So third is inter-rater reliability, which is relevant when responses are assessed by multiple raters, ensuring consistency among them. Techniques for enhancing reliability include using uniform question phrasing and standardized response formats, both of which help reduce variability in responses. For example, a consumer survey on brand trust should maintain similar language across all the questions about trust factors to ensure consistent interpretation. A study on consumer loyalty validated internal consistency with Cronbach's alpha, achieving high reliability using consistent wording and response formats across loyalty-related questions. So why is internal consistency important in multi-item scales? Why is internal consistency important in multi-item scales? Yes, sir, I'll explain how to check reliability. Just I'll give you one activity and there I'll explain after asking 2 MCQs. Just wait for a while. And if you want, I can share the screen and show it in SPSS also. Yeah. So why is internal consistency important in multi-item scales? Because it ensures all items measure the same construct. How can standardized response formats improve reliability? How can standardized response formats improve reliability? Because it reduces response variability, enhancing data consistency. Now, internal consistency is measured with test-retest method or Cronbach's alpha. Yes, it is Cronbach's alpha. Very right. Reliability ensures consistent results over time or variable responses. Right. It is consistent results over time. Now, this is the activity I hope you have been waiting for. Calculate Cronbach's alpha for sample data on SPSS. Anyone who can share the screen? I'll share the data. Or I'll share the commands you can perform and show me. Okay. So see, this is the sample data table. This is what I was asking in the beginning. On x-axis, in the rows, we have taken say 5 respondents here who are responding on 5-point Likert scale, and we have coded the responses. And in different columns, we have taken 3 variables: satisfaction, trust, and recommendation. So you can see the responses. Now we can put this data in SPSS, input data, and now we can run the command using this. First, enter the data in SPSS, then go to Analyze tab, click Scale, and click Reliability Analysis. Then select Q1, Q2, Q3 as items, then set model to alpha and click OK, and you will get the result. Now, how will you interpret the result? Can anyone show? Can you share the screen and show me? Or I'll share the screen and show as you want. I can go accordingly. So let us complete theoretical part first, and then I'll make you learn how to use SPSS for Cronbach alpha, and then how to create Google Forms to gather responses. Okay. So a high Cronbach alpha, typically more than or equal to 0.7. Please note, more than or equal to 0.7 suggests internal consistency, meaning these items consistently measure aspects of consumer satisfaction. Then using Cronbach's alpha for internal consistency. Cronbach alpha is widely used to measure internal consistency, confirming that items in a scale are all related to the same construct. A Cronbach's alpha of 0.7 or higher is generally acceptable, indicating reliable inter-item consistency. Calculating Cronbach's alpha in software like SPSS involves generating an alpha coefficient for each item and reviewing item total correlations. High values indicate that each question aligns well with the overall scale. In consumer behavior studies, Cronbach's alpha helps verify that questions about satisfaction, trust, and loyalty consistently capture overall consumer sentiment. Now, a brand's perception survey achieved a Cronbach's alpha of 0.85, confirming the consistency of items measuring consumer trust. This high score ensured that the study reliably captured the brand trust dimension. So, what does a high Cronbach's alpha indicate? What alpha Cronbach's alpha indicates if it is high? Very right, internal reliability. So it indicates strong alignment among related items. Second, why is internal consistency crucial in questionnaires? Why is internal, yes, consistency crucial in questionnaires? It ensures items measure the same construct consistently. I'll repeat. It ensures items measure the same construct consistently. Now, a Cronbach's alpha of 0.85 suggests poor or good consistency. Good, right. And whenever we write, we need to mention the source. Like you go through the papers of Here et al. Or the book HAIR, Here et al. And you can mention the reference. Whenever you mention any parameter, like this is good or this is average or this is poor, you have to mention the source on which basis you are mentioning this. So I'll suggest you go for Here et al. Internal consistency helps in measuring unrelated items or ensuring reliable responses across items. Right, sir? Others? It is B, ensuring reliable responses across items. Now, compute Cronbach's alpha using sample data in SPSS. Now, I have taken another data set. Here, I have taken three variables again as quality, satisfaction, and loyalty, but the responses are different than what we had in the previous slide. So I have taken a small data set to make you understand the concept. Now, same command. And this activity reinforces calculating internal consistency across survey items, helping ensure reliable data on consumer behavior. Practice this and share the results tomorrow if you like. Ensuring validity in questionnaire. What is validity? It ensures that a questionnaire accurately measures what it is intended to measure. For instance, in consumer behavior, validity might determine if a loyalty survey truly assesses loyalty factors such as satisfaction and trust. Content validity involves comprehensive coverage of relevant topics, often reviewed by experts. Construct validity checks if questions align with theoretical concepts, analyzing if brand trust truly reflects underlying dimensions of quality, satisfaction, etc. Criterion validity compares results with external standards or benchmarks, helping confirm the accuracy of questionnaire in real-world settings. And high validity confirms that the data collected is both reliable and meaningful for research. So just our job is not just to collect the data, but we have to check the data that we have collected for sensitivity, reliability, and validity. We have discussed reliability. We have used the command of Cronbach's alpha using SPSS. Now we are discussing validity, and sensitivity we will discuss in detail tomorrow. Let me summarize again as it is written on the screen also. Content validity is related to coverage of the subject matter. Construct validity is related to alignment with theoretical concepts, and criterion validity is related to comparison with external standards. Please recall and retain these concepts. And what is validity is the accuracy of questionnaire in measuring intended constructs. Now, a study on consumer satisfaction tested for construct validity by ensuring questions aligned with established theories of satisfaction. By validating with theoretical model, researchers ensured accurate measurements across all satisfaction dimensions. How does criterion validity support questionnaire accuracy? Please recall, yes. Okay. I'll explain. I hope we have started the session today with the objectives. If you have attended the session since beginning, have you joined at 7 sharp? Have you attended the session at time? Have you joined at 7 today? Yes, that is why you are facing a little challenge, because we started with objectives only. We have taken a particular concept in consumer behavior and we are discussing that throughout. So you can go through the recording, and in case you will have PPTs also. In case you still have any doubt, we can discuss tomorrow, right? Because you have missed the beginning, so you might be struggling a little to understand. Yes, thank you so much. We started from there only, setting up of objectives, how to start taking into consideration objectives. If time permits at the end, I'll show you the slides that we discussed initially. Okay. So a study on customer satisfaction tested for construct validity. Please recall what is construct validity. By ensuring questions aligned with established theories of satisfaction. So it is already mentioned here. By validating with the theoretical model, researchers ensured accurate measurements across all satisfaction dimensions. How does criterion validity support questionnaire accuracy? Now we are discussing criterion validity. Yes. What is criterion? How it supports questionnaire accuracy? It ensures data aligns with established benchmarks. Second, why is construct validity essential in research? Construct validity, why it is essential? Because it confirms answer lies in the case itself. Very right, Ghosh sir. It confirms that questions measure intended theoretical concepts. Right. Now, content validity ensures comprehensive topic coverage or consistent results over time. Anyone? Content validity. Yes. Thomas ma'am, it's right. Ghosh sir, you are right. It's comprehensive topic coverage. Right. Construct validity aligns with statistical standards or theoretical concepts. Construct one. Okay. Ghosh sir is saying B. Chahal ma'am is saying B. Yes. It's yes. Lohit sir. Sorry. Lohit ma'am. Yes. Thomas ma'am. Yes. You all are right. It is B. Theoretical concepts. So I hope now the things are on tips. Now, an activity again. Identify constructs for a consumer satisfaction questionnaire. Identify constructs for a consumer satisfaction questionnaire. Can you? Okay. How we will do this? First, we need to define the constructs such as satisfaction, product quality, brand loyalty. We have taken this example since beginning. Okay. Now, example constructs and associated questions. Taking into consideration all the concepts we have discussed so far. Satisfaction. How satisfied are you with the product's performance? Yes, we will discuss, sir. Let us complete this session and then we will come to what you are asking for. Satisfaction. How satisfied are you with the product's performance? Product quality. How would you rate the durability of the product? And brand loyalty. How likely are you to purchase from this brand again? So I hope you are able to compare how satisfied with the performance, then how would you rate durability, and then how likely are you to purchase from the brand again. Okay. So each construct helps to measure different aspects of consumer satisfaction, offering a multi-dimensional view. Now, content validity. It guarantees that a questionnaire covers all relevant aspects of the concept. For instance, a consumer loyalty survey must address satisfaction, brand loyalty, and trustworthiness. Involving experts is crucial as they provide insights into whether the questions fully capture all necessary elements. A checklist for topic coverage helps ensure no area is missed. After gathering expert feedback, adjust questions as needed to improve comprehensiveness. For example, if experts suggest adding a section on brand ethics for a brand loyalty survey, integrate this aspect to cover consumer perceptions of corporate responsibility comprehensively. A study assessing brand loyalty involved field experts to validate content. Their feedback led to adding new questions on brand ethics, which increased comprehensiveness of the survey. So, how does expert review enhanced content validity? Yes. How does expert review enhance content validity? So, whenever you are ready with your questionnaire, go for it. Expert opinion. Yes. Experts, yes. Experts ensure all relevant areas are covered. Right. What is the benefit of a checklist in questionnaire design? What is the benefit of a checklist in a questionnaire design? Yes, please. It ensures systematic topic coverage. Now, content validity is assessed by statistical analysis only or reviewing topic coverage with experts. Right, Ghosh sir? Others? Yes, Thomas ma'am? It's B, reviewing topic coverage with experts. Expert feedback improves data collection speed or content comprehensiveness. Okay, right? Only 2 persons are responding. What happened to others? Okay, others? Content comprehensiveness, B. Yes. Now, I hope this everyone can do. Create a checklist of topics for a customer loyalty survey. Can you create a checklist of topics for a customer loyalty survey? You can mention in chat also. Yes, please. How we can create a checklist? Now see, checklist solution. You can mention brand trust, product quality, customer satisfaction, purchase frequency, and likelihood of recommendation. These topics are central to understanding the factors influencing customer loyalty, covering both attitudinal and behavioral dimensions. Now, construct validity. Construct validity ensures that questionnaire items accurately measure theoretical constructs. For example, if assessing customer loyalty, each item should reflect loyalty-related theories like trust, satisfaction, and product reliability. Factor analysis is a common method to test construct validity as it groups items based on correlations, confirming they measure the same construct. Theoretical grounding supports the construct validity by aligning questions with established theories. For example, satisfaction should be measured in alignment with frameworks of customer satisfaction. High construct validity indicates that questionnaire items measure intended theoretical dimensions consistently. A study on customer satisfaction conducted factor analysis, grouping items into themes like service quality and product reliability. This confirmed that questions accurately reflected the theoretical constructs of satisfaction. So, why is construct validity necessary in a theoretical questionnaire? Yes, please. Why is construct validity necessary in a theoretical questionnaire? Very right. It ensures items accurately measure theoretical constructs. Right. Then how does factor analysis support construct validity? How does factor analysis support construct validity? It verifies that items correlate with specific dimensions. Now, factor analysis, a multivariate technique, is used for validating theoretical constructs or increasing response rates. I hope the option is very clear. What should be? Yes, it is a validating theoretical constructs, right? Construct validity aligns items with random concepts or theoretical frameworks. Right, right. It is theoretical frameworks. Now, perform a basic factor analysis using sample data. Can you do it? I am providing you with the data. Here I have taken 4 variables: quality, trust, loyalty, and satisfaction in 4 different columns, and there are 5 responses as a sample data. Can you use factor analysis using SPSS? Okay. Either you perform the command or show it to me, or I'll show it to you if time permits today or maybe tomorrow. Now, what you have to do is first put this data in data view and then go to variable view and then click these commands. First load the data in SPSS, then click analyze, then click dimension reduction and then factor. Then select all the variables and then run the analysis and interpret component loadings. So factor analysis clusters questions, confirming if they represent the same underlying factors like satisfaction or loyalty. Third type is criterion validity. Criterion validity tests how well a questionnaire aligns with established standards. For instance, a brand loyalty survey with high criterion validity will correlate well with actual consumer purchase patterns. Two main types are predictive and concurrent validity. Predictive validity measures how well questionnaire outcomes predict future behavior, such as a satisfaction survey forecasting repeat purchases. Concurrent validity checks for correlation with established tools, confirming accuracy by comparing results. High criterion validity indicates the questionnaire is both practical and relevant in real-world applications. A study on customer satisfaction demonstrated predictive validity by correlating questionnaire scores with actual repeat purchases over 6 months, confirming the survey's effectiveness in predicting customer loyalty. So how does predictive validity enhance questionnaire utility? Anyone? Predict future outcomes. Okay. Right. It shows if responses can forecast future behavior. Right, ma'am? Why is concurrent validity useful in new survey design? Why is concurrent validity useful in new survey design? External validity benchmark, right. It validates the survey against established measures. Very right, sir. Go, sir, is very clear. Even Thomas, ma'am. Yes. Predictive validity measures past behaviors or future behaviors. Yes. Name suggests. Even Chahal, ma'am. Yes, she is also actively responding. Future behaviors. Right. Concurrent validity involves comparing to established tools or testing item reliability. Right. Comparing to established tools. Now, activity. Again, design a question that could predict future behavior, such as repeat purchases. Can you design the question that could predict future behavior, such as repeat purchases? I think now we will be incorporating the entire knowledge that we have gained till now in performing this activity. Okay, let me help. So those who have missed, define the predictive behavior. So start by identifying the behavior you wish to predict. In this example, the focus is on repeat purchase intent, which is critical for evaluating customer loyalty and forecasting future sales. Then you need to formulate the question. So construct a clear, forward-looking question. The question should encourage responses or the respondents to think about their likelihood of engaging in the behavior in the specified time frame. For example, the example question can be, how likely are you to purchase from this brand again in the next 6 months? I hope this is clear. So choose an appropriate answer scale. Provide a scale that allows respondents to indicate their likelihood accurately. So you can use a 5-point Likert scale from very unlikely to very likely, and you can go for coding. Then you can consider additional predictive elements. For a more detailed analysis, you could add follow-up questions such as, what factors might influence your decision to repurchase? How many times have you purchased from this brand in the past year. Then final question and scale could be, how likely are you to purchase from this brand again in the next 6 months? And the scale will vary from very unlikely to very likely. And you can go for coding from 1 to 5. So solution explanation could be, this predictive question and scale offers insights into a respondent's purchase intentions, providing data that could be used to forecast future brand loyalty trends. By analyzing responses, researchers can identify customer segments more inclined to repurchase, offering actionable insights for marketing strategies. So tomorrow we will focus on sensitivity in questionnaires, pilot testing and refining the questionnaire, and ethical considerations in questionnaire design. I hope this is sufficient for today. If you want, I can show you the command of SPSS and Google Forms, how to create, or we can discuss tomorrow. Is this sufficient for today? Should we go for SPSS and Google Form commands tomorrow? Okay, sir, I think, right. So I'll explain. First, we will cover up these 3 topics and then we will go for practical aspects. Right? Thank you so much. Have a great day. You can share the feedback. You can give suggestions what you are looking for tomorrow's session, and we can go for it accordingly. Yes. So I really appreciate those who have actively participated, and others also, those who are focusing constantly and trying to understand the concepts. Today we had, graduates as well as scholars. So we have to take into consideration the interest of the audience, as we have discussed. Yes, sir. Sharma, sir, please tell me. Want to say something? You can write in the chat window. Yes, please. Okay, maybe by mistake.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
Welcome, sir. Anyone else who would like to add? And ma'am, you can share the response of the students.
Sure, ma'am, sure.
Yeah. I hope students are comfortable understanding, Shazia ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. It was a simple concept. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much. So, sir, should we wind up for the day? Sir, you are not audible. Kindly unmute.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. And thank you, Sazia ma'am. Sazia ma'am is a good friend of mine.
Okay, that's great. I also got an opportunity to interact with her.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
ma'am. And welcome all the students from, there are 5 students from Sazia ma'am side.
Okay,
And
that's
thanks
great.
all the participants for your active participation. So let us close for today's session, and we shall catch up tomorrow exactly at 7 p.m. Ma'am, kindly, with your permission.
Yes, sir.
Sure,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much for the opportunity.
Sir, good evening, sir. Is there any link for attendance today?
No, actually, we don't give any attendance. I'll take the screenshot, those
Okay,
of
sir.
attended, and
Yeah.
record it. No problem.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much, sir. Bye-bye. Bye.